So it's that time of year again. Everyone's roosters are acting up and they're attacking you and you have no clue what to do. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to tame a rooster from start to finish. And stick around to the end because the last tip might actually shock some. Method is by seizing central power, or as I like to call it, a coup for the chickens. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to take the hen's respect. So in this flock, I've won their respect over just about every single hen. The only hens I haven't quite won their respect over yet are Rogue and What the Cluck, so those are the two outliers. Especially told this chicken right here, as she respects me and the camera, right, lovey? So this method is really simple. All you have to do is go out to your chickens, separate your rooster, or stay as far away from your rooster as possible. Make sure you're with your chickens as often as possible, and just generally like pet them, give them things they like, and give them food, water, everything, so that way you're well known across your chicken flock. This method is proven to work a little bit less than the other ones on this list, but does definitely help by seizing central power, basically. Next method is treating him well. This does mean a lot of things, and we're talking about treating him very well, not just like not kicking him every second of the day, because I'll just warn you real quick, when you kick a rooster, it doesn't stun him at all. It stuns him for like 0.92 seconds, and then he's right back and it just pisses him off. So don't kick a rooster. All you really have to do is just by simply going up to him at night when he's the weakest, picking him up by the back and bringing him on a walk. The walk should last usually about 6 to 8 minutes, and once you put him right back up on the spot where he originally was, and do this for 4 weeks. And if he still isn't nice to you, do it for 6 weeks. I've done this to many roosters and it works at least for a bit of time, and it'll definitely work at least for 9 to 12 weeks before your rooster realizes you're not all that you are hyped up to be. Or if you keep respecting him, then he will be all that you are hyped up to be for your rooster, at least. Method I've seen all over the place. When you look up how to tame a rooster, some of the videos will show a little demonstration of someone pinning a rooster to the ground and making a V shape around their neck, basically pushing it into the ground. It's not that painful. It's just asserting dominance, because that's how roosters sort of duke it out when they're like fighting each other. And when a rooster wins, they sort of do that. So you're gonna want to do that. Hold it there for about a minute to about a minute and a half, and you're gonna realize that you're gonna notice that you can now pet him all of a sudden. This is a really easy to work method, but it's a bit more annoying when you can't really catch a rooster, so this is where protective gear comes in. So yeah. Works a little bit less with taming, but a little bit more with keeping him, less romantically attracted to the chickens. This is called build a separate coop, like a hoop coop or something. Still have access to the outdoors, but he's now not allowed to be with his chickens. And you're not going to do this for 10, 12 hours. You're going to do this for up to 2 weeks. But make sure you're still providing him food. Just make sure you're limiting the amount of time you spend in there, or else, he's going to go right back at you and start attacking you. This will occasionally work since he's isolated, but it's not really my recommendation, because every rooster should deserve to have chickens. Unless they're falcon, then, well, these chickens are not his, not even in the slightest. I'd rather have Waldo in this flock, to be honest. He's much better with the chickens. Roosters always roughhouse with chickens, and when they do that, they rip off a lot of feathers. A quick 2-week break can really do the charm with that, but this is a bit more, this will occasionally work. You just need to make sure but that'll mean you'll have to put them in there for a bit longer. All of these tips didn't at all work for you. This is your last resort tip that almost has a guaranteed result of dominance for at least a couple days. This is known as the taking him on by force method. And unfortunately, you have the ability to seriously injure him, but I'd not recommend doing it. This is where putting on some protective gear and guarding yourself, grab something like this little stake right here. Better yet, like a little bucket to protect yourself and shove him back. This is to be your last resort. This can and will result in some injury, and even if it doesn't injure him, it'll tire him out eventually. You don't want to go too hard on him, but you want to go a little bit more easier on him. It's definitely the most successful version of him in this list, but it unfortunately should be your last resort. And if it isn't, well, you should try all these other methods out before you resort to this. For my rooster falcon, I can keep him tame for like, 4 seconds before he's right back to his a-hole self. So yeah, he's just like that. Roosters are not to be messed with, and if you do mess with your rooster and you find yourself in an unfortunate circumstance, make sure you watch the video above, because that video will help you out of that circumstance. And better yet, if you want to check this video out to see what mistakes you're making while raising your chickens, click it in the middle of the screen. You'll see a playlist and a subscribe button.